Hey everybody, I am MW Redneck. I am making this video to talk to you guys about my movement organization that I call the Sons of Dixie. Now, me and all the members have actually came in and voted on this to name it the Sons of Dixie. We were originally called the Southern Regulators, and well, with us being a non-violent and a non-profit organization, we decided that the word regulators, it meant, it had a term of violence and chaos and stuff like that. And we didn't want people to see our name and see the word regulators and think, hey, these guys are about fighting. No, we're not about fighting. No. Fighting is our absolute last resort. So we switched up to the Sons of Dixie. I'm going to read you a little bit here about, because I've been doing a lot of recruiting since last night and today. We've had a lot of people come in. Thank you guys, those of you who are watching who's came in. Thank you. Yeah. Awesome. But this is something that I've been copy and pasting over and over and over and over and over because I didn't have time to type everything out, and this little explanation here was perfect. So I'm going to read you this and explain to you more about what's going on. Okay, our group is about protecting and preserving our Confederate values, protecting our monument and cemeteries. We're about preaching the truth through compassion. Hate sparks unwanted acts. To build a source from testimonies of Confederate and Union descendants to let the truth be known on what really happened. To give America a truthful and reliable source instead of the corruption spread throughout the media. Now, what that's meaning on giving them a reliable source, which is pretty much, we actually have a guy who volunteered to be a writer for us. He is out of Maine, I want to say. I think it was Maine. If you see this, correct me if I'm wrong. I'll talk to you later about that. What's going on? Now, what's going on with that is we want our members to talk to descendants, compare and contrast different stories from online to what's actually happened. So this way we can actually filter out what's true and what's false. And the only things we're going to be putting up is what's true. I personally know some people. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to try and get some resources built up here on testimonies so I can write them down. I made a Facebook page. It's called the Sons of Dixie. What I'm reading you off the phone is what's going to be on there. That's the about. But on there, I'm giving my writer an ability to be able to go on there and post his testimonies, his stories on what he's figured out, stuff he's learned for the world to see, for the world to share. This way, when students grow up and get into the subject about history and Civil War and stuff, we are a source of information where they can come in and see it, where they're not having to rely on their school textbooks, which has been rewrote for the liberal agenda, so they can hide our history, so they can slowly erase it on what's really happened. And that's not okay, guys. That's not okay. You don't erase history. You just can't do that. And that's a reason why we are so protective over our Confederate history. Because if history is not remembered and it's forgotten and removed, it is bound to repeat itself. It's bound to. And that's something that this organization is stepping up for, to prevent such events from happening. We don't want war. We want to keep this country. We love America. We really do. But we're tired of our history and our Confederate ancestors being stepped on, from being dishonored because ignorance is abusing them. Okay, now the second part of this, oh yeah, and about the whole descendants, for preserving our Confederate values, exactly what I just said. Our Confederate values is being a Southern pride, being a Southern person, people. It don't matter who you are, your color, your race, your culture, your religion. It doesn't matter. Anybody can be a Southern person as long as it's in their heart. You can go from a city slicker and convert, or not really convert, but be a Southern person. There's no criteria to being a Southern person. It's just not. Being a Southern person is just a way of life. It is, and people think that we're a bunch of incest, moonshine, jackwagons, racist, bigots, all that stuff that they call us. That's not true. I mean, granted, we have people like that down here, but you're going to get that everywhere, and I mean everywhere. It's all over the country. But the reason why we get the main hate for that is because there's hate groups out there who use our flag, and there's movies out there who use our flag to promote that kind of stuff, and either promote it or make fun of it. They use that stuff to make fun of our flag, so it's kind of a domino effect. Like, I watched a movie a long time ago where it showed a couple of gay guys. They got with this black dude, and they all three got together. But on the back of the truck was a rebel flag. Now, I'm not saying I have a problem with the gay community. I have no problem with them whatsoever. I'm just not gay myself. I've got no problem with who they are or what they are. I have no problem with it. Just don't force your opinions and beliefs on me, because I'm not going to listen to it. Well, I would listen to it, but that's not me. I would actually sit down and hear what you've got to say about it, but that's not who I am. I'm not gay. I'm a straight man. I'm married. I'm a married man. I've been married for almost 2 years now, and I love my wife. I love both of my kids. Okay, now for the second part. What we do. Excuse me. Don't worry, I don't have the beer flu. What we do, we volunteer for local places such as shelters, churches, pantries, helping in a natural disaster, all while flying the Confederate colors. Okay, I'm sure a lot of you guys already understand the meaning behind that, but what that's saying is our members, anybody could do this. But no, our members, if you are a member of the Sons of Dixie, I personally, I want you to fly your Confederate colors, whether it's a sticker on your car, truck, your van, SUV, motorcycle, moped. I don't care what you got. Even if you have a Confederate battle flag on your shirt, your hat, pins. I don't know if y'all can see that. The pins. Like, it doesn't matter. You show your colors and you show it with pride. But don't force your beliefs on everybody else. That is where a lot of fights come in play. Remember, we're a non-violent organization. So if you can volunteer for places such as churches and pantries and schools and whatever else you can volunteer for to do the work, do it. For the love of God, do it. Because we are about helping our communities. Okay, to show people we're sick of hiding for the right time, because if we don't make a stand now, then all hell is going to break loose. And we don't want war breaking in our front yards. This is something that's potentially possible to happen. It's not a dry cough, I swear. Back in the Civil War, there was actually plenty of places where homeowners and landowners, where the Civil War was actually being fought on their land. Granted, the armies reimbursed them for the damages. Well, most of the armies did. From what I understand, the Confederate armies done a lot of the reimbursement. The Union armies said, whatever. Anyways, we don't want this to happen again. Say you just spent, I'm just going to throw some random numbers out there, like $10,000, and you live in a trailer park on an acre of land, or you just spent $100K on shitload of land, and you've got your dream house. Would you want war breaking out there where we have people fighting against each other and tearing up your property? I don't think you would want that. You would probably go ape shit and go out there and do something about it. But more than likely, if you step out there and try and stop it, you're going to get shot yourself, or you're going to get the shit knocked out of you. One of the two. Or you're going to get beat to death. We don't want that. We don't want our wives, our families, our brothers, our sisters, our children to witness this stuff. We don't want it. But if you look at history and what the world is going to today, well, mainly the United States of America, if you look at what we're going into today, that is exactly what is going to happen. Sure, anybody can go to a rally or protest, but it's usually out of their pockets. True story. I know of people who, they want to attend rallies such as the Memphis, Tennessee, or the Charlottesville. Man, bad. That was bad. I know people who wanted to attend them, but they could not because nobody wanted to help them go there, because either they were too good to go up there, or they wasn't proud enough of their Confederate heritage to go over there and try to protect it. Now we, the Sons of Dixie, that is what we want to do. We want to band together as a people, as a group, as a one we the people group. Now, I'm not trying to make this sound like a revolution, because this is far from a revolution. No, we're just trying to change the way people think about the Southern heritage. Anyways, we want to create a group of people that can fund in together and help each other as one, to be able to go to such events or protests or rallies, to go there, mainly Confederate related events and stuff, to go there and do their thing. Now, fighting, no, that's off limits. Try your best not to fight, guys. I know a lot of you guys would want to take a swing, or would want to throw a swing because, say, Antifa or KKK came up and knocked the shit out of you. Yeah, you guys are going to want to protect your members. Don't do it. Do your best to take him and pull him out, get him out of a firing range. What's going to happen? Yeah, there's self-defense. But if you take a swing back, the public is going to see us as, wait a minute. Yeah, they're going to defend themselves. Our public will say, people like us, whether they're a part of the group or not, they're going to say, awesome, yeah, self-defense, that's awesome. But society, the people who doesn't really understand what we're about, or what the Southern heritage is really about, will look at that, us fighting back, and say, wait a minute, I thought they said they were nonviolent. Now, the best way to work that out is if somebody walks up to you and smacks you in the kisser or something, wait for an authority, a police officer, to walk up and arrest that person. That way, they can be the ones put down for assault and battery and a hate crime. Because believe it or not, in my eyes, I believe that somebody being harassed because of the Confederate battle flag, that is a hate crime on its own terms. We should be able to take them into court for a hate crime. Get them charged for hate crimes, because this is getting sick. I just got a dry throat, guys. Slept with the air conditioner on all night last night. My sinuses are running. I'm sorry. Hang on. I would pause the video and do my own thing here, but my computer is out of date, and I can't really pause and start from where I left off, so I'm just going to let you guys see whatever the hell's going on the screen. And when we arrive as one, and we leave as one. We help local authorities keep the peace, and if hate groups like BLM, Antifa, and the KKK show up, we do our best to push them out. Okay, pushing them out. This means if a hate group shows up, try to form a human body line. Like, grab each other's arms, grab each other's hands, and form a line between that monument, that statue, and that hate group. Slowly walk forward and push them out. Eventually, sooner or later, the local authorities is going to see what's going on. By the way, before you show up, try to get a hold of the local authorities. Say, hey, mainly my generals. It's part of your responsibility, okay? Call the authorities on the place that you're going to visit. Tell them, hey, I am the general of the Sons of Dixie in the state of wherever, and we would like to come over there and assist you guys. All right, that's a step up. You're giving their authorities a heads up notice that you're on your way and you are willing to help. When you get there, okay, they'll see you. Now I'm working on making the logos. It's got the Southern Cross of Honor with Sons of Dixie on the top. But anyway, you get there, they'll see it. Okay, they'll already know that you're there to help. Now, when you start building your lines, then start, slow stepping, pushing them away. The authorities will come in and maybe they'll try to help you. Okay? If not, they're more likely to stand by your side and help keep the peace to keep them from actually swinging at you. This is Jesse, everybody. We're named after Jesse James. Can you take him over there, please? Thank you. Now, I'm not I'm not trying to make the assumption that local authorities will accept this help or whatever, because they personally don't want to take the chance on our people getting hurt. But they're still taking a chance on going up there to keep the peace when the public goes up there as individuals to help keep the peace and do the protest. Anybody is liable to get hurt, okay? Just be very careful. We're a non-profit and non-violent group. Okay, non-profit. None of the money we receive that's donated or contributed to us will ever be put in our pockets. We will never use it for our own personal gain, for our own personal bills whatsoever. Any bit of money that we get will go back into the organization to help us be able to attend events, to help us be able to help with natural disasters, to help us with our local authorities, to help with the fire people, or the firemen, police officers, to help the community. Like, say, if there's a homeless shelter that they're getting, like they're getting low on food, we can put that money into the homeless shelter to feed them. Just turn that back on. Non-violence. I've already said that. Always last resort. I know we'll have people who want to swing. I've already covered that. But leave that to the authorities and make the arrest for assault and battery and hate crime. Save the fighting for battle if the time comes, which is what we're aiming to prevent. The motto I am making out to be, we're drying the seeds of hate by preaching the truth. This is what we are truly about. Now, I've already had people come forward and say, okay, what about legal documents or organizational paperwork? The only thing on paperwork that I have complete right now, but it's not exactly complete, it's a set of rules and bylaws. And I'm not going to make it official, and I'm not going to make this document permanent, because I want it to be absolutely perfect before it's set in stone. Yes, I still want all of my members to follow these guidelines, because without guidelines, it's just going to be chaos on people trying to do whatever they want. Ouch. But I know things happen within time. That's why I'm not making what I've got wrote down permanent. I would rather the things come and go, where I can edit it out. Me and all my generals can come in and say, hey, this is what's going on. What can we do about it? Okay. Problem solved. We took care of it. Now we'll go ahead and put down to the solution of what happened and the solution of it and our rules and bylaws. As far as stuff like insurance purposes and lawyers, we don't have enough people for this. The way I'm seeing this is it's going to make us look a little dumb to the higher guys, like the lawyers and the insurance companies. Like, if a few people walk up to a lawyer or an insurance company and say, hey, we need you to fund, or not really fund, but help us. If something happens, we need you to present us in the court of law, or if something happens, we need you to insure us. With low numbers, we're not going to get that. They're going to create us as a laughing stock and make us turn around. Now, I am building this on grassroots, from the ground up. I know a lot of you assholes are going to think that that is white power. That's bullshit. I was trying to give that as an example of the ground up. Because the Confederate States of America, when they seceded from the Union, they didn't really have a foundation going on. They started from the ground up themselves. And that's what I want. I want an organization built on the people, not by the money. I want our image to be our people. I don't want people to look at us and see a big old tall building or a monument about us, oh man, I wonder how much that would have cost. No. Because believe it or not, if we have a statue erected in our honor, people are going to look and be like, and who was the idiots who funded this? No, we don't want that. We want people to be able to look at us as a people, as a group of people, to say, wow, these guys really want to help. They are working from the ground up together. to get this thing to work. And that's what's going to draw more people in. That's what's going to make them see what America used to be instead of being divided. Our goal is to get everybody as one. We the people, once again, to bring America back to what it used to be. Getting rid of division, all the hate, the discrimination, all that stuff. It's complete nonsense. So I would rather, as a major, like 100 people, just a random number there now, a large number to be able to go up to an insurance person or a lawyer and say, hey, this is who we are, this is what we're about, this is what we want. And with that many people, they're going to look and say, with that many people, okay, that they're onto something here. Maybe, okay, then we'll have the shot on actually being represented by a lawyer, or be able to have the shot on being insured by a company. So that's those questions answered. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to see as this being skeptical, and I completely understand that. Nobody is being forced into this thing. This is under your own free will. As of right now, there are no membership fees and there are no monthly dues until we get our numbers higher. Now, me and North Carolina talked earlier, and we kind of agreed on something. And all my other generals who's going to watch this video obviously is going to hear this too, and I'm pretty sure that they will agree also. Yes, I know I'm the founder of the Sons of Dixie, but I don't feel it's my obligation to set a random price. Like, okay, you got to pay $10 a month for your monthly fee, or your registration fee is $100. No, I'm not going to come up with any random numbers. I'm not going to start throwing this. No, that's not the way I'm going to work it. When we finally have enough members in each state, I'm going to have all my generals get together. Whether we can do it in person, or video chat, or calling, or whatever, where we can all discuss what we think would be the right budgeting, the right prices to give people a monthly due, and newcomers, a membership fee. Because at some point in time, it's going to happen, guys. I hate to say it, but we also understand that everybody is not financially stable, especially through this whole beer flu thing. And that is very understanding. We will work with you through this. But instead of one of us coming up with oddball numbers, we would rather get together and come up with numbers that'll work for everybody. It's not going to be a guy on his high horse making the decisions and expecting his followers to follow. No. I want, if we can all get together and talk about this, when the time comes about the finances, then I would like for me and my generals to talk and be able to work something out as far as pricing goes. Because at some point in time, I also want to be able to sell merch. But before that is set, maybe we can do a minimum thing. But I don't want it to be just based off of what me and my generals have decided. When our talk is done, our little meeting is over, I want them to go into their chapters, each and every chapter, and tell them. I want not really a democracy, but I want to bring America back to what it's supposed to be. The people vote. We can bring out, ideas and stuff, but the people are the one who has the ultimate vote. That's what America is built on. We, the people. Not government, not Nancy Pelosi, not Hillary Clinton, not Joe Biden. Praise God for Donald Trump. It wasn't built on corruption. It was built on we, the people. So that's what I've got to say about it. I got another one coming in. I'm talking to him. Oh, we got another one. Or I just said another one, but we got a new one. Wisconsin. That's a new one. Oh, by the way, I've got to tell you guys how far we're already getting in such a couple of days. I've got a general in North Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, California, here in Arkansas. That's me. I got a pending one from Utah? Yeah, Utah. Wow. That's 7 already. 7 generals. Now, California's already doing a pretty good job on his people. But he has actually volunteered to recruit for Arizona, too. Until we can find an Arizona general. Georgia, we've already got recruits coming in from them. Same with North Carolina. We've already got recruits coming in from them. Thank you, everybody. All my members, for doing what you're doing. Thank you so much. You guys are what's going to help build this thing. You guys are what's going to help shape this organization into what the people are going to see it as. We, the people. To hell with the money. We're not going to use that for ourselves. We're going to use that for the people. This is what we should be about. At the end of it all, I'm happy to say, guys, as much as I love being a patriot for America and a patriot for the Confederate States of America, I went around for a very long time saying the South will rise again. And honestly, if things don't start fixing itself and people don't start coming as one, it's going to happen again. We're going to break out into a war. And that's one of our goals, to prevent war from happening so we can protect our families, to protect our Southern heritage, to protect our Confederate ancestors. Because if it wasn't for our ancestors, none of us would be here right now. And I'm pretty sure any Democrats, liberals, snowflakes, Yankees, any of you who are watching this video, keep this in mind. Even if you are against this flag, against the Southern heritage, against the Confederate States of America, think of it this way. You could have an ancestor who fought for the Confederate States in the Civil War, like me. I actually have a Union ancestor who fought for the Union in the Civil War. Granted, the majority of my ancestors fought for the Confederate States, but think of it this way. Like I said, you may hate us, but who knows? Your family might have a history in the South. But because of the media, because of your ignorance, you're ignoring your own family heritage. You're ignoring your own name because you want to believe what the media is telling you. I think I have said my piece here. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Thank you, all my members of the Sons of Dixie, for watching this. We will do this. We will get it going. We're going pretty good as is, but still, we'll get it up there. Thank you guys so much. You don't understand how much this means to me. If I can give all you guys medals, it would be my honor to do so. And I am so happy that people are stepping up left and right to help be a part of this thing. I really, sincerely am. Because Dixieland is my home. Dixieland is where I was born. It is where I reside. And it is where I will be buried at. Even if I get killed in Yankeeville, I'm going to be buried right here in Dixie. That's just how it is. That's who I am. But anyway, guys, thank you. Dio Dice.